Hi, my name is Sam. I'm the maker of Live. And today is a great day. It's the first day of our big stadium showcase. With the Büetzerbuben, the Live technology is going to be presented in front of 80,000 people. And it's going to be absolutely great. Come with me.
We're getting our staff passes. The boss is coming. We have to wait, but 5 minutes and we're in.
By the way.
Sam, so we need to work, sorry, yeah.
Okay, so I'm annoying my own people. Okay, good. So we let you work then, and yeah, okay. See you tomorrow. Okay, how are you today?
Better than yesterday, for sure.
Better than yesterday.
Yeah, because I'm here with you. So,
With me.
Yeah.
I love you.
So,
So, I am Sam. I'm the maker of Live
Sasha from Russia.
from Russia. Yes, and we are in love. Yeah, and tomorrow we will marry.
Cool.
You are not working, by the way. You're listening. Okay. So they don't want to give any interviews. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. We can't do much more because these guys are in their own world now. Sasha, me, we go drinking now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if somebody is in the bar.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
Let's go. Okay.
Hi everybody, so my name is Misha Golubtsov. I am the CTO of this company, Live Technologies.
Hi, I'm Alexey Androsov. I'm a software developer at Live Technologies.
Hello. My name is Sasha, and I'm a software engineer of Live Technologies.
Hi, I'm Chris and I'm responsible for brand management and marketing.
Okay, right now we are doing something very special. Today is the release day of the Live im Letzigrund album from the Büetzerbuben. We are putting it into the system and it will be available on the app as from, let's say, in 30 minutes. So we're excited. Let's see what happens during the day. Yeah, I think it might get a really historic day. So a couple of things are happening for the first time in the industry, but also for Switzerland. Today and tomorrow are the sold-out concerts of the Büetzerbuben, which are the biggest Swiss music act in history, and they're the first who sold out 2 stadium concerts as a Swiss band, so it's very unusual. The rehearsal was great, but we tested obviously our technology. It was working flawlessly, so that was really brilliant. We had, I don't know if someone did some marketing, we didn't. And as far as I know, the Beauty Booba did not as well. So they only announced that the app will play a role in the concert, so that the fans can become an integrated part of the show. And yesterday we had like every 9 seconds a registration, so it was just fans been registering like mad. If you post something on Facebook, for instance, then only, let's say, 5 to 10% of the people see the post at all. The artist has no control about, let's say, the community data. They can't even contact their own community. So the Beauty Booba are, let's say, one of the first, or in Switzerland, the first artist or band who controls all the customer data. And again, as said, every registration is a value to the band, to the artists, because they are, let's say, enlarging their reach, the reach is one thing, but to get all these people, that they get the information, they have no spread loss. With live, you reach 100% of your community. Absolutely, yes. So as I said, we're having a fully functioning product, we're having like 17 functionalities already, there's nothing comparable on the market. Live makes sponsoring measurable on one hand side. Live gives the opportunity for, let's say, sponsors to run interactive campaigns without having control about any contact data. So it's a new service from clients to their sponsors, which can leverage existing sponsoring contracts with new services. Today's the day. I expect fantastic concert, a fantastic fan experience, a very nice day for everyone involved.
Live ist mehr live, weil live ist wirklich jetzt, heute, zum letzten Grund. Und was ihr hier seht auf dem Screen, sind Fanfeeds von diesen wunderbaren Fans von der Büetzenbuben. Das ist wirklich eine neue Fan-Experience. Man kann hier live posten, live sich sehen, auch auf den grossen Screens. Wir rocken das Stadion rocken, auch auf der digitalen Ebene. Ich freue mich riesig aufs Konzert und alles vorher und alles nachher. Danke. Wir sind hier von live. Ich weiss nicht, kennen die Göhlen-Traufer-App? Haben die heruntergeladen? Und wie findest du die?
Ich finde die mega. Die ist cool, informationsreich und wir haben ziemlich früh Informationen bekommen. Ich finde sie mega cool.
Oh, hast du schon gesehen, dass es eine Platte gibt von dem Gig heute?
Habe ich gesehen.
Du bist ja voll informiert. Also die App wirkt bei dir?
Ja, definitiv. Ich kann jeden Tag schauen.
This is shown on the big screen in the stadium.
Right now, it's shown on the screen. Yeah.
Actually, I want to give a big shout out to the 3 people who are really working hard behind the scenes.
Es gibt eine Büetzerbuben-App. Wer hat die? Genau. Büetzerbuben-App, die sie noch nicht haben. Ladet die doch rasch auf, dann könnt ihr ein Foto aufladen und dann seht ihr euch vielleicht auch gleich schon auf der Wand.
Und die haben ja alle die App.
Ja, voll. Wir haben selber auch schon Bilder drauf da. Hey, richtig gut.
Und darf ich fragen, haben die Büetzenbuben-App runtergeladen?
Natürlich. Es hat alle News drauf, man ist immer top informiert. Man hat die anderen Fans, sieht man, was sie machen. Natürlich die Serien, die sie am machen sind.
Und hast du auch schon ein Foto hochgeladen heute?
Natürlich.
Habt ihr auch schon ein Foto hochgeladen auf der Büetzenbuben-App?
Haben wir, ja.
Ihr zwei sind auf dem ersten Platz. Wie war es?
Genial. Grandios. Geil. Super.
Hi, this is Sam. Saturday morning, we're in Zurich West, and we have a very exciting day and evening behind us. Yesterday was the first public experience with our technology in a sold-out concert in Zurich Letzigrund, and the results were far above our expectations. We expected to have 75 minutes of exposure, but the makers of the concert, they were overwhelmed about the reactions of the public with a fan feed, and instead of having a display of 75 minutes, we've been constantly 4.5 hours displayed. My expectations for today are similar like yesterday. We'll have half a dozen guests from the stadium business in Switzerland, so we will accompany them all the day, so this will be the major difference actually. In terms of work and fan engagement and everything, I expect nothing else than yesterday. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Misha, what's your job at the showcases here in Zurich Letzigrund?
Yeah, making sure that everything works fine from the technical perspective, that our backend is running smoothly, and our front feed is working and content is moderated. Yeah, things like that.
How did you experience yesterday?
Yeah, it was really cool. We've been working the last year to prepare for this, and yeah, I was a little bit nervous if everything goes fine because we've never done something of this scale, but it turned out, so the team worked.
What do you expect from today?
Yeah, from today, so I think it's the same thing as yesterday, so it's gonna be cool, and now we are a lot more relaxed with regards to how it goes because it's the second time.
Alexei, how did you experience yesterday?
Yeah, it was amazing. I'm so happy to be a part of something big. It was hard, but we managed perfectly. So many people saw themselves at the big screen in Feedpost.
What do you expect from today's event?
Of course, I hope we can sell as many CD discs as we can.
Yesterday the concerts were amazing, but even better was how our app worked, the fan feeds on the big screens, how the fans interacted. We did some great interviews, people loved it, what they saw. also while they were using the app on the phone during the concert. It was just an amazing night. Today's show can't almost get better, but we had a lot of material, photos and fan feeds from yesterday, and I expect really rock and roll at its best. Samstag, Büetzenbuben, da ist neben mir der
Markus Haller. Ich bin bei der Veloton verantwortlich für den Verkauf, für Systemtechnik. Wir bauen so coole Stadien, unter anderem wie das hier. Nebst der ganzen Hardware, wo wir ja verschiedene Firmen haben in dieser Stadiongruppe, die ja grundsätzlich Hardware und Installationen machen und das Equipment installieren, haben wir unter anderem mit der Firma Live und der Firma Newsroom zwei Firmen, die den Content aufproduzieren, dass man diese Sachen auch wirklich brauchen kann und der Fan nachher kann mit seinem App teilnehmen an diesen Events. Vor dem Event, während dem Event, während der Pause und dann nachher. Und das ist mega, mega cool. Also für die Sponsoren ist es natürlich cool, weil gerade mit so neuen Sachen wie mit dem Live-App oder natürlich jetzt auch, dass wir während dem Konzert, während dem Gig Menschen kann mit einbeziehen, gibt natürlich für den Sponsor einen riesen Benefit, einen Mehrwert, wo er sich selber sieht und alle 40'000 Leute schauen auf die Wand und das ist wirklich cool.
I work with Sam closely as the strategy director and helping him to sort of build the business and keep it focused on the customer and what the customers want. And they're from sport and media in particular. And what we're giving them in particular is the control over how they're communicating with their fan base and building that fan base up. So for the fans themselves and the followers, whether it's sport or media or technology, they can get closer to their the people they're following than if they were just simply more remotely doing it through social media like Facebook and the others. So it's that close, direct contact is what the app gives you. And it's just that giving brands control over their communication with their community is a key part of it. It's like the best businesses work when you see it from the perspective of who your target customer is rather than the other way around. So they're working backwards from that. So they make sure the experience is one that the fans want to continue having on a recurring and growing basis. And that's the differentiator, was one of the differentiators. And then also the technology is so good that the consumers and fans don't notice it. It just works smoothly and gives them what they want. Communities have been around for thousands of years, but this is with the ability of technology to strengthen those communities so people feel warm inside them and want to continue coming back for more and feel that they get something for their time and their money and their involvement. That's the key thing. So that's how it's an evolution of what's been going on for a long time, of bringing together the community, the technology, the fans, the brands, the sponsors, and all in a win-win situation. That's what it brings. So it's helping their managers to be better managers, and so they become a tool and a partner. So the mentality is very much one of partnership, working together, because otherwise it's too. If you want to have a revolution and break things, that's too difficult. But if you want to work together in an evolutionary partnership, community way, and this isn't just sort of nice language, it's the reality, then this is a great way to do it.
Thanks
and it's
a lot.
exciting experience that we're on here.
I think we reached a new level of interactive live fan entertainment. So what we did was made for the first time in a stadium in this, let's say, in this way and in this overwhelming acceptance. So So it opens completely new, let's say, grounds for promoters and event makers how to entertain their fans, the public who attends their events.
Oh, so for sponsors as well then?
Yeah, of course. Sponsors, sponsoring so far is, you know how it's working and how it worked, and everybody was fine with that. So there was no, let's say, no pain to change anything. But COVID changed a lot. 2 years, nearly no events, and so let's say the industry has to renew itself in some way, and the sponsoring money is not flowing as it's been flowing before COVID, so there must be a return on investment, and what we do is we make a sponsoring now measurable.
Cool, but I also think what we really saw now the last 2 days, the people are really keen on cool events. They were waiting, they were a bit restless, especially before the first concert on Friday, to get back. Brands see that as well, management sees that. Everybody, mostly the artists, they are so joyful to be performing again. And it's not only the artists, it's also about the soccer player, the soccer club. So we have a solution for them all, no?
Absolutely. I mean, an event is an event. If you have no public or no fans or no people who are attending the events, then it's not working as it is. Yeah, of course. So it's been great to see how, let's say, hungry the audience was, you know, to really live it out again. And it was really amazing to see that, and that we contributed really with something new, with something, you know, something. If you go to festivals, to events, so it's more or less the same here and there, I think. And now we are, let's say, giving a wonderful ground and basement for the creativity of promoters, but also sponsors, you know, to get in touch with the audience and to entertain and create a nice experiences and let's say a nice brand relationship management, let's call it like this.
Yeah, I mean, I just was thinking it's all the major word was always engagement, community management, and so on. They try out a couple of things, not all the things are thought through, and actually we can be proud. I think we have the solution for that, no?
I think yes, absolutely. I mean, engaging and making fun and driving business is always a good motivation, but there are a couple of things that are new with what we do, because we give our clients control about data flow, about cash flow, about let's say the knowledge about their audience, which I think is absolutely essential. I mean, it's like every relationship. The more you know about your customer, a business relationship is the same like a private relationship, you know. So the more you know, the better you can act and offer what the people really want. And this is what we do with life.
Da kann man drauf und dann kann man da ein Foto schiessen.
after 2 years of intense working together, we finally saw us in real life, and then we met us in this very, let's say, special environment. How was it for you?
It was very good. I mean, you know, part of the delay was COVID, wasn't it? And so this concert should have happened a long time ago, and now it's happened. It was a fantastic concert, great engagement with the fans, but also, you know, from a business point of view, we're now generating revenues. We've proven the concept, you know, with the Butzerbäuber social media group on Facebook's 30,000, and we got over 50% of them have registered with the app, and that's a very high statistic. You normally get 7 or 8%, so it's proving the concept, which is a really key threshold we've passed. And now that was also with quite low marketing, so if you imagine what with better marketing the app can do in terms of getting closer with the community and commercializing that for the artists, it's got a lot of potential. And the other thing is, it's absolutely clear that whatever happens, you don't know how much the various clients, you know, whether they're sports people or media people, will make from using the app, but you know for certain they'll be making more than they would otherwise. So you're definitely increasing the revenues, the profits all the time. You're cutting out the middleman, and it becomes a real tool in a way that keeps the fans warm, because you don't overdo it, you don't harass them with stuff, which is a really key thing. So you see it from the perspective of the fans and the consumers, whether it's sport or media or whatever. I think it's great. And you got past that threshold, and that's a key thing. So proof of concept, revenue generating. We're now finally, after all these delays with COVID and stuff, it's now happening.
So I didn't see everything actually in the stadium. We had also a couple of VIP guests that you were accompanying over the whole day. I've not been there. How was it for them? Can you say something about that?
Well, they're meant to be serious business people who have expertise in stadiums, but they went crazy at the concert. They were dancing away, really enjoying it. And bear in mind, these guys have seen hundreds of shows, and they know what makes a good show. So the show was spectacular. I mean, it was as good as U2 or Paul McCartney or, you know, Elton John, or all these big ones that I've seen, Metallica, that sort of stuff. It was a great show. Really high level of production. And the resources, I mean, they had on like entire choirs just for 5 minutes. Then they'd have the trucks, but they also had humour. That's one of the things that I think works with Butzerbäuber. But the fans were not just sort of watching slightly statically like they sometimes do, but they were getting very engaged. And then you know how in the past, when you have a slow song, they all get out their lighters. Of course, they now all get out their smartphones, or they get out the tools to use our app. So they're all holding our app up in the school. They don't know they're doing this, but they're holding up our app without knowing that's the tool. So that's why it's so clever, because you are using something that everybody has on them, and it makes it so much easier for them to communicate. And then over time, they'll communicate with each other through that community. Whether you call it community or you call it fan base, whatever language you use, or followers, social media followers, lots of different languages, or supporters, whatever it is, doesn't matter. It's getting closer to and respecting your consumers and your fans and followers, and that's such a key thing. And some of the other social media, they're good, the other social media, you know, Facebook and others, of course, they're very successful. But this makes it a more direct, personal connection, and that's a key thing.
Now, when you say personal and key thing, our part of the show was the pre-show, and there was this interactive part with the fan feed, and it was very well accepted. How did our guests, which by the way were high-end professionals in Swiss stadium business, how were their reactions to it?
Well, they hadn't seen anything quite like it before. So, you know, they might have, I think one of them in particular has had over 20, 25 years in the industry with leading light in stadiums in Switzerland and beyond. And for them, it was an extra dimension that they hadn't really had before. So it made it more alive, so to speak, and it made the that's why I talk about the personal connection. It made that personal connection greater. So then, when you look on the fan feed on the app, and you see all these people who are clearly having a good time and who want to get on the app, and you know that could be shown on the screens, you know, later in these stadiums. That all helps to just enhance their experience. So for the stadium guys, to answer your question directly, yeah, their socks were blown off because they hadn't this new dimension they hadn't seen before.
So it happened now in a music event, on a music concert. Do you think it would apply also, let's say, for stadium clients in football or ice hockey, rugby? Like this?
Yeah, it applies to all of them, and you've got to make sure the local technology can handle that amount of traffic, but that's somebody else's issue. That's a key one. But no, definitely, because whether you're watching a motor racing event or a motorbike event, or you're watching a football match or whatever you're doing, you don't necessarily want to be distracted during some of the match too much, but you can have something which can help your experience. So let's say you had a motor racing race where it's very exciting for 10 seconds, then nothing happens for 30 seconds. Well, then you can still be watching the activity on your screen if you want, and then suddenly it comes through. Or you can be learning about the players and stuff. So rather than reading through a brochure, or the program at the event and not really paying attention, with the app you can feed that sort of content. It's really up to our client, if you like, who is that stadium or that football team or whatever, as to what content they put on. So we've got to help them to help us, if you like, to get more content on there, and then that's what the fans want. And the fans, of course, don't get bombarded by it, because they can decide what they do have and what they don't have. They can tailor it themselves. And there's nothing more annoying as a consumer being bombarded with information you don't want. You might want a lot, or you might want very little, but the fan can control that, and that's a really key part of it. And then, on a sort of business point of view, when you've got sponsors or business supporters of a game or a football club or whatever, they never quite know where their money's going. But here we can say, yeah, this is the bang for the buck you get. This is how much exposure people are getting to your brand, or this is the kind of return on your sponsorship investment. And that's also quite a path-breaking thing, because it really enables those sponsors and the sponsor agents and people, which is a big industry, to know the effectiveness of their campaigns, and that's a really key part. And they know who they're getting to without breaching any confidentialities. You can do it generically, but they get straight through to these people. They know where it's working, where it isn't working, and how to make it work better.
Now, live is a very interactive technology. This makes it very interesting, so that you can steer the crowds while they are, let's say, emotionalized. And have you seen the last post which our client, the Beautiful made, where they say thank you, for instance?
I know, it was good. They were quite fast on that. That went out the following day, yesterday, because today's Monday. They went out on Sunday. And that was a good thing to do, a good bit of PR from their perspective, and it had the highlights of the show, 90 seconds worth of some of the exciting elements. So you got that excitement there. And then a sort of linked point is when people come out from a concert and they're buzzed up, you have kind of impulse buying, which leads to a little bit more buying than would otherwise happen. So we've seen that clearly with the high numbers of sales of the album, their latest album, which was both on Saturday night while people were driving home or on the train, and then on Sunday when they woke up, and still again on Monday during the day. So, and they will definitely be selling more albums than they would otherwise do, and at a higher margin, because if you go through the app you don't have to pay the margin to the retailer. So again, it's a kind of win-win situation. And meanwhile, the fans have that buzz, and they want something. They want a memento as well. They don't just want a t-shirt, they want to get that album or whatever it is that's being offered to them.
So no surprise that the numbers are still counting. I haven't told you this morning, but yesterday it just didn't stop. It was like a waterfall, a never-ending waterfall of orders, and it's still keeping on. And so I think this was a really, really good showcase to demonstrate what Live can do for clients who are, serving. Fan community.
It demonstrates part of it, but Live can do more than it was necessarily used on Friday and Saturday, because it can help people go deeper in terms of the information they're getting. You can get the competitions going. You can have the VIP elements. And so it can become a very powerful tool tailored to what the clients want, which is a very interesting element to it. And all the time it has to be very simple for the person to use it. The better the technology, the less they notice the technology, obviously. If you look at Apple, they're brilliant because it's so easy to use Apple products or Samsung or whatever. But that's one of the great things about our team, because they understand it from the user experience point of view as well as the technology point of view, and then it ends up being a very seamless, instinctive process, which is a key part of it.
You just mentioned the team. We've been working remotely for like 2 years, as I said. On one hand side, due to COVID, we were not able to travel and see ourselves. Yesterday we made a tour through Zurich, and you seen the guys also for the first time.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
No, it was good because before you've just been on Zoom, you just see them from the shoulders up. So they're very passionate about what they do, and they are very complementary to each other, and they listen well to each other. So that's all about teamwork, and they can have different views. You want that. You want different opinions on things and how to enable things to develop, otherwise it stagnates. But they're quite mutually respectful, not because we told them to be, but because they are instinctively like that. And so they throw in their ideas and their element of speciality. I think they're enjoying it because we're showing them some sort of respect, not in some sort of cliche way, but it's in a genuine way. And we are enabling them to thrive and grow through it. I think sometimes with very large organisations, people can feel a bit crushed. So you want to get that balance so that you, what I call oxygenate them, you give them some oxygen so they can grow in it. And then they feel it's partly their own baby, if you like, which is good. So it's not a very good expression. It's kind of a shared baby. Maybe there's a better expression, but it's like a kind of corporate family. So the team's very, very good. And, Misha and you have done a really great job of bringing on some excellent people, I think.
Thanks.
No, it's good. Good.
Yeah.
So the future's pretty exciting, I think. And as I say, you've passed a number of thresholds the last few days, which was delayed by circumstances beyond our control, but we're getting there. It's great.
So today, unfortunately, was the last day of, let's say, our common showcase here in Switzerland. The experience was good in terms of team building, team bonding, and getting it into real for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Would you think it would make sense to have this kind of events again in the next, let's say, couple of months?
Yeah, I think it's good for people to meet up, and I think having met people in the flesh always helps, because then you you find out the stuff you don't find out in a Zoom call or whatever. So Zoom calls are fine, but you kind of know what you're going to be talking about, and you don't get the unexpected part. So getting under people's skin in a good way is quite important, because then you have an instinctive rapport. You and I have had a great rapport. I know we were talking for 2 years before we met, so it was great. The only difference, I wasn't supposed the Van Morrison hat, but apart from that, it was kind of a continuation of the conversation when we met. But I think getting people together physically every so often is quite an important part of that sort of subliminal court d'esprit, as they say in France. So yeah, it's a key part. And then people need to be grown up enough to have constructive disagreements, if you like, on things, because I have different views, and that's great, because you want to have that artistic and technological input, because nobody has the answers, and it's a complicated thing to get right, so you have to evolve through that. But I think it's been good for the team to get together.
I think this is a good final word.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being here. And
well done to you, though, Sam, because you've kept the faith for a long time, and it's a lonely thing sometimes. I know from my own experience, it can be a lonely thing running your own business and being the main guy. I know it gives you the control over the process, but it also gives you the headaches and the stresses, but you've had the strength of character to drive it through that. So just to get it to base one has been hard, but you've done that, so that's a great achievement. But now we have to go and punch out the lights and become that global business, and you're going to achieve that. I'm 100% positive, 110% positive.
Thank you for that. I'm looking very forward to what's to come. So
yeah.
After the job is before the job.
Yeah.
So I'm looking very forward to enter all the challenges that are ahead of us.
Yeah. Well, you will, and you'll meet them, and you'll exceed expectations.
We will. I'll give everything, and you too.
Oh, great. Good stuff.
Thank you, man.
Okay.
Good morning. This is Sam, the maker of Life and the CEO of this wonderful company. It's Monday morning. It's the last day here in Zurich after 4 days. I had a lot of hopes and dreams and expectations 4 days ago. We have topped all that we hoped to achieve. The numbers went completely to the roof. All our partners we're working with were absolutely overwhelmed about the impact of our technology in this wonderful 2 sold-out events, and it's been 4 unforgettable days. The team has bonded like I only dreamed of, but it's reality now, and I'm very happy and very pleased about what we have achieved. Now, after work is before the work, so we are enjoying the success, the wonderful feedbacks which we received from partners and clients. We generated a lot of business in these 72 hours, and I will need probably 1-2 days to realize completely what happened. But I'm more than happy, and I'm very, very pleased. I'm looking forward to what's to come with this wonderful team. And thank you all, especially the camera team that did a beautiful job and was very professional from the first until the last second. Thank you very much, Yanis. Thank you very much, Reto. And thank you very much, Andreas Sigrist, who made all this happen. You're beautiful, and I'm looking forward to work again with you guys very, very soon. Thank you.